I think that my favorite thing about Covey, that I want people to know that are new to Covey, is that I feel like it's more about embracing the weird and the wonderfully weird. I just enjoy being honest with myself, regardless of whether it's considered normal, whether it's considered taboo. And I feel like the Covey world is ever expanding in its creation. I think there's so much more to Covey than just the music. And I think that's what I want fans to know. I just felt like this record had so many parallels between what I was feeling at that time and what I'm feeling now. I've felt so stuck since quarantine has started, and I felt so stuck in that position as well, where I was forced to stay somewhere in complete isolation, and I felt like a lot of the topics that I wrote about in this record related exactly to how I was feeling now. That house on the cover is the house that I stayed in after I moved out of Massachusetts, and that's pretty much where I wrote, I'd say, about 70% of the record. I figured that that would be the best place to start this tour, and if I was to pull it up and to resurface those feelings and those emotions, then that would be where I started. I think Jupiter was about being happy that someone got away from me, that they managed to escape pain that I could potentially give them if they remained with me. I was happy that they got out of the situation. I think it was the first song on the record because it set the scene for a removal, opposed to something that was still struggling. It was no longer, it had been removed. It relates because I didn't leave. I stayed here. Everybody else left. And that's what Jupiter's about. It's everyone leaving the situation.
You made it out alive, and it's probably for the best, 'cause I'm bound to fuck things up. If not now, then soon enough. And with a silent turn, you were gone for good. And I wish I could learn that the learning is done. Drive far away from me, somewhere warm and by the sea, somewhere I would never be. Yes, I'll wait here till then.
When you're a small band and you're coming up, it's not always easy. And, you know, as fun as it is, it's work. You have to sacrifice a lot in order to be able to do it, but that's what it is, and we do it because we love it. The tour to Nobody has been the first glimmer of hope for me in the sense of emulating tour. I've been in such a better place mentally since the tour to Nobody.
I was just thinking, what if you like looked up on the ceiling and there were like people crawling on the ceiling? It's so eerily quiet.
Yeah. This is so freaky looking.
Dude, the sea over there.
Holy shit. I wrote Gecko based on a dream that I had where I was seeing the person that I, lost. And that always happens to me after a relationship. I think about someone enough that they manifest themselves in my dreams. And in turn, it makes it a lot harder to get over that person. And that's what I wrote this song about, was my dreams becoming less and less detailed as I forgot, how their voice sounded or how they looked.
I saw water pouring out your open eyelids as I saw my fingers melt into the bone. You were speaking, but I swear I couldn't hear a word you said. Oh my darling, it's late, and I don't think I should stay too long. But I saw you in my dream last night as I stood alone. When I was 3, I watched the world go up in flames as you dug a tunnel underneath it all. We laid down and watched as everybody tried to stay alive. But when we came out again, they had all burned to the Asheville ground. I saw you in my dream.
What the fuck is that?
Yes.
Well, howdy! Oh my god. Incredible. No. Holy shit. This is what we came for. Crocs. They're so beautiful.
It's just hard to care when you feel like you have no control over your thoughts, and it's been eating at you for much longer than you can know. One of the many things we don't show. I'd love to spill my guts, that's called oversharing, and it's something we don't do. I've lost touch with half my family, and old friends have moved.
Take me to church.
Appreciation. I keep my distance from strangers. I don't wanna scare them. I don't think I'm scary. That's not for me to say. It's like kleptomania. It's 8:30. Let's start making our way to a degree.
One night at 2 a.m. I wrote Cloudy Eyes as a representation of what I was feeling in this house that wasn't a home, essentially. The Fox is a representation of anxiety and depression, and during quarantine I've felt that more than anything.
I hear a noise outside of my door. It's that fox again. He knows I'm up around 4. I can't stop twitching now. You're not helping me out. No, please just go. 'Cause you've got nothing on me. 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 You've got nothing on me.
Oh, we're gonna die. This is it. This is how we fucking die. Oh! I see the mill. We gotta have a code word for bear. Bear.
Saw you in my dream last night as I stood alone. Now it's 3, I watched the world go up in flames as you dug a tunnel underneath it all. You lay down and watched as everybody tried to stay alive. But when we came out again, it all burned to the Asheville ground. But I saw you in my dream last night as we stood alone.
We're heading over to Vermontosaurus to check out these big wooden dinosaur things that are made out of scaffolding wood. Looks like it's about to fucking collapse in the middle.
Lay here on the ground.
something.
care of a couple of things. Go to a Guitar Center. I don't know if there's one of those around here, but we're gonna find like an indie shop, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm like
People up here.
I'm like terrified of losing these 2 picks because we don't really like have much time. So I feel like I'm gonna get there and like not have a pick, just like panic or some shit like that. I don't know. Or like I would like to get another string as well because I remember my string broke at like song 2. Just been adapting this entire time. Ah, mother. Ah.
We're at my favorite spot of this whole trip, the Bread and Puppet Museum. I've been looking forward to being in this location for, I don't know, the entire trip. This is like one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. I can't believe it. I was blown away downstairs, but this is a cathedral.
Whoa, look at that up there.
It's so beautiful. It's amazing. Like, I seriously, I have like no words. What a way to remember people. Seems like so many of them were musicians. 1939 to 1987. I like to write about fictitious scenarios because I feel like it expands on what we generally feel or experience as human beings. You can eat me came from a riddle someone once gave me, where a man walks into a restaurant and orders albatross. They take one bite of the albatross, they walk outside and they shoot themselves in the head. Not to spoil the riddle, but it involves cannibalism and being stranded on an island. In a scenario where you knew you weren't gonna make it, giving someone permission to survive by eating you is a romantic gesture in itself, albeit a morbid one. Diving deep into that thought, I think makes for a great song topic.
I won't make this trip, I'm already dead. You can eat me if you need to, but I won't taste right as you chew through all the good times that we outgrew. You feel the salt wind hit your heavy wet hair that the heat wave couldn't dry out. Now you're crying with a stiff mouth that still tastes like your last bite of my left leg that's now sheet white as the flies come in the dead of night. You start to venture through the ever-thick trees. Feet are tired, eyes are weary. You find a stray fox in a plane wreck with a split lip and a cracked neck. There's a left shoe at the fox's feet. Must have flown here across the big sea.
Should be good.
Talk to me about your sardines when you're doing it.
I don't know if I want people to know that I eat sardines. No, I need tissues. I'm gonna have to do this one.
Oh, that was really good.
I don't like it as much. I don't know where the other one is. Have you hidden it from me, Matt? Trying to take it all for yourself, I see. Told you it was good. Oh boy.
Triple X.
Yeah, that'd be so sick if we did the session up top where it's going.
How impressive is this?
It's okay. It's the kind of shit I don't like.
This is the kind of shit I don't like. Isn't that a rap song? This is the shit I don't like.
This is the family stuff that's just like, why?
Hey, I'm gonna get out and read the book.
Let's go find the weird shit. How you been? It's good to see you. Yeah, good.
Loving the fucking air.
Plane Crash is about the willingness to take a trip to see someone and accepting that if that plane crashes and burns, then at least it was for that person. But I'm willing to put myself on the line in order to give something to anyone that follows Covey. I mean, Covey is my entire life. Being unable to give the people that have supported Covey anything, I've really struggled with that. And this was my desperate attempt to give them something this year.
Broken legs I head to shore as the night fills the sky. All my fears are dissipating, 'cause I feel reassured that I might make it through. And if all my luck should burn, then I guess it burned for you. I spread myself across the sand, try my best to play pretend. I'm away on holiday, just on a trip to get away. As the sun cracks the sky, all my fears are dissipating, 'cause I feel reassured that I might make it through. And if all my luck should burn, then I guess it burned for you.
Feels good.
Oh yeah.
Feels
Into the Titanic.
parkour! Is it one room?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hell yeah. So sick.
Dude.
Spools.
I knew that I wanted to do something that was episode based, but I didn't know what it was, and I sat on it for a couple of months until eventually I honestly don't know what triggered the idea, but I just remember like maybe it started as a road trip maybe I could just go on a road trip. And then I was like, well, why don't I do songs at each like stop or something like that? And I think that's where it started. It started as an oddity trip that turned into a session-based oddity trip.
I don't think about pulling the trigger. It's more about loading the gun and clutching it close to my chest as the swift morning sun bleeds into my bedroom window and outlines speckles of dust are raining in every direction as my mental weight crushes me. There's that fox baring teeth at the edge of my bed. Why don't you just leave me alone? I'm already done for. It's not so bad and I can't sleep it off. I'll take a pill with a drink, look alive as I sink into the stomach where I'll be broken down by the bile of the beast. I'll be dead in a week.
Welcome to my cabin.
Things around since I found that old gang.
Ooh, wait, so check the ingredients though. It's like
That smells like a New Orleans. Is that a New Orleans style blend?
caramel apple, maraschino cherry, and chocolate.
The fuck? You sure this is coffee? It smells so good. Oh, it smells really good. Is this what you're making, Maddie?
Yeah,
Is this what's on deck?
You want to taste?
Oh,
Test
let me
it.
suck some of that down.
Dude, it's so good. It's like the best coffee.
Where'd you put it? Getting the oats. Not bad. Not
Right?
bad cup. I could use a little more flavor. I don't know how we do that.
More flavor?
Yeah, I like a lot of flavor. Unless you didn't get one out yet.
Remount what? What are you gonna remount?
I never heard to remount it. It never came out of my
Remount.
Remount.
Those sound exactly the
remount.
same. Sound exactly the same.
I was like, what? I was like,
Feels like I never said that.
work it from the front back. Because this is still very much pinned.
Ready?
Dude, you broke it.
Thoughts like, why am I alive? I'm an echo through a hole, just a product of defect. My parents split up after all, and I'm trying not to think. These thoughts don't help.
Baruzinosaurus. Dude, what is this? Whoa. Those claws are the thing of nightmares.
I thought that was just like the pre.
What the
The
fuck?
pre-explosion.
That was it! Nothing happened! You should be thankful for that.
I'm gonna keep this because it fits my fingers so perfectly, and it's amazing. And I'll pay $5 for it. I'm gonna get on the way out. I love that thing. That's the best bowling ball I've ever picked up. It's good weight, maybe 8 or 9 pounds, matte black, perfect holes for my fingers.
Perfect holes.
Oh no, you're talking about the Massachusetts release bag.
Skittish Cat is just a play-by-play of that last night before everything fell apart and before my life changed completely. In the song, I talk about a skittish cat digging its nails in, holding on to something, and I think that that's exactly what we were at the end of that relationship, clinging onto something that was already dead, and in turn, making ourselves miserable as our nails sunk into it and hooked in. We're all holding on to and reminiscent of a life that is no longer, for the time being at least, and struggling to accept that this is life now, at least for the time being, has been one of the hardest things, and relieving those claws from an old life. For me personally, touring and being able to be a musician in the way that I have known over the years, that was the life that I was clinging on to, and I had to accept at some point that that is not going to be the case for now.
I'm like a creature that dwells in the corner of your bad decisions and self-criticisms. You've invited the devil to come round for tea. You're so scared of the outcome that you dig your nails into me like a skittish cat trapped in a tree. Your stomach of lead is leaking on me and building up some kind of wall that endures my thoughts, and it's making me crawl. Messed up that night that we ended with 4 drinks too many. I went to a pretty dark place, called you up out of sheer desperation, but it just pushed you further as you'd come to terms with the end. Like a beaten hound, weak in the knees, your stomach of lead is leaking on me and building up some kind of wall that endures my thoughts, and it's making me crawl.
Fuck, dude. Speeding. That sucks so fucking hard. Fuck you. Ready? Yep.
my actions are dictated by my choices to this day. It's overwhelming in a subtle kind of way, but I just wanna be consumed and start fresh with this knowledge I've acquired to seek help when I needed it. I tell my parents not to stick it out for us, so I don't isolate myself for 15 and bury this underneath. Oh, I know you're trying to mend this, but don't pretend like you know me well. I hate to say it, but the damage is done. I learned to live without dependency, and all it did was leave me fucking lonely and function solely for the purpose of one. Too many cases out there for me to count, and we just sit in silence. It's a damage amount. It rips and tears us apart, and it won't hit harder